when people just the basic human nature. So the bottom of the pyramid here is the psychological. Let me see. Can you see my pointer?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I don't need to worry about that. But let me get off that pointer then. Okay. So when you meet the basic human needs of the food, clothing, and shelter, and you get that stress out of the way, you can go to the next level, the safety, the belongings, and it goes up from there. So if you keep this in mind of what people need, like Anthony had mentioned, you don't want to sell savings. I've been in solar back 16 years ago where it was $12 a watt to go solar. And it
Mhm.
was just a bill swap, right? Where you just grid parity, where what you're paying for the utility is what you're paying for your solar payment. The difference is this never ends and it goes up. And then this has a payoff date, right? So when people were looking at going solar, they had these bottom areas kind of covered with their their health and their food. So they were looking more at like, I'm going to now prepare for my future. So when you're thinking of this pyramid, why do people go solar? Everybody thinks high utility bills and go green for the environment. But the go green for the environment, when they were looking at why do people go solar, that used to be one of the last reasons that people would go solar. And so now with our society, it's a little bit more common to have people that are saying, I want to do the right thing for the environment, but then they don't go solar, right? Well, it's because they were saying that, but really, there are 7 main triggers for purchasing a new product. The biggest two, it's just to stop pain or increase happiness. And so prime buying motives, people buy things out of necessity to make things convenient. Security, that would be like insurances and things like that. The fear of missing out, the identity and belonging, getting a good deal and something that's going to make them happy. But in reality, it basically breaks down to avoid pain or the pleasure, which is their ego and gaining that. So when you're trying to figure out why does somebody want to go solar, is it because of their high utility bills or the savings rates going up, the fear of grid failure? So there's this whole thing of pain of why people go solar. And then there's the pleasure and the ego side. If you think back to the pyramid that we just saw, the biggest thing, the biggest section of that pyramid is your basic needs, but also the avoiding the pain, the fear, the loss, the guilt, the shame, and to fix a need. So if you have that grid parity where you're not really saving a lot, one thing is to cut your commission down. I feel your pain. I have several customers in Florida right now that I'm working with, and I had to drop the commission on it to make it work. And I was actually able to get solar and a roof that was actually going to make sense for the customer because it would be the same as their electric bill, only now they're getting a roof involved.
Wow.
I'm not making a lot of money, but a little bit of something's better than a big
Yeah.
zero, right? So, but the thing I can't talk about with somebody like this particular customer that you're going green for the environment and for contribution and you belong to something bigger and someday it's going to increase your property value even though you're not planning on selling, right? So techie, early adopter, this guy's in the woods, he's not really worried about it. But so all of those things that might be important to somebody else, if you have that situation of somebody has lack of control, they hate the utility, they need some freedom, they need relief, they can get the government incentive now. So there's the fear of missing out. If you concentrate on the avoiding the pain, fear, loss, guilt, shame, fix and need section, that will help you to get closer to a close on that, in my opinion.
Excellent.
All right, that was it. I'm not trying to hijack your meeting. It's just I heard that and I'm like, let me help you.